Hey guys, it's Whitney. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unhauling some books. Unhauling is something that I do pretty regularly. I don't always film a video for the things that I unhaul, so I'm sorry about that. But I went through my books recently and there were a bunch that I've read and don't intend to read again or didn't like, and also some that I've just lost interest in altogether. So I figured since I had a pretty good number of these books, I would share them with you guys. So typically when I unhaul books, I either try to sell them either to individuals or to a used bookshop. If none of that works, I typically donate whatever doesn't sell. So these books are more than likely going to end up in a home that wants them more than I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and start showing you what I'm getting rid of today. So the first one I decided that I'm going to be letting go is as I descended. I've had this one for a while and I've just not wanted to pick it up at all, and I just keep keeping it because I think, what if I decide I do want to read it? And it's been years and that just hasn't happened, so it's gonna go to a new home. Next up, I have Under the Never Sky, which is an older YA. Is it dystopian? I think it's a dystopian. This was recommended to me by someone and they said it was one of their favorite YA dystopians, that it was actually done well. So that's kind of what prompted me to pick it up. And by pick it up, I mean bring it home, not read it, because I haven't read it. And I just feel like if I want to read this, I can find it somewhere else. I can find the whole trilogy somewhere else, and I don't need to keep something that I just am not picking up in my library. Next up, I have part of a series, and that is the Vampire Kisses series, I think is what it's called, by Ellen Schreiber. I've had the first book, probably the first 3 books of this, for a very long time. I did get one in the middle because I did want to try and reread this series and I never got around to doing that. I reread the first one. They're cute and just, they fit the time they were written very well, but I don't really feel like I need these in my collection. I feel like someone else would like to have them more than I do. But there is Vampire Kisses, Kissing Coffins, Vampireville, and what is this one called? Dance with a Vampire. Also, I'm donating these right in time for spooky season, so someone may find them, pick them up, and really enjoy them for that time of year. Next up, I have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I don't even remember where this book came from or how I came to have it. And I absolutely never reach for this. Most of the time I forget that I even have it, so someone else will enjoy this more than I am. Next up, I'm going to be letting go of Incarceron, which is one that I've had since the beginning of my channel, and I just basically refuse to pick it up, even though I feel like I might accidentally be missing something of a gem. I'm obviously not going to read it, so I'm just going to let it go. The next one I have is Orlock Holmes. I am just never going to pick this up. It sounds funny, but the series is just getting really long now, and I feel like I could borrow this from the library if I wanted to read it in the future, so I'm going to let it go. Next, I have The Blood Between Us by Zach Brewer. This is one that I was on the fence about, and I just keep thinking, I don't really want to read that. I just don't want to read it, so why am I keeping it? So I'm not going to keep it anymore. I'm going to put it in the pile. Another book I have is Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. I just don't want this anymore because of some things that have come to light about the author, so you can go. Another one that I have is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I feel like this one's gonna get me some hate because this is a fairly beloved book on BookTube. I have read this book. I did enjoy this book. I just don't think I'm ever gonna reread it again, and I think someone else can benefit from having this book. The next one is Girls Made of Snow and Glass. This is one that I thought I was gonna like because it does have a sapphic romance in it. I just found it really boring. A lot of people really like it because it's very fairy tale-esque. It is like sort of a Snow White and the Huntsman retelling, but it didn't work for me. It just didn't work. So I'm gonna let it go, and hopefully this finds its way into the hands of someone who will love it. Next up, I have the Fantastic Beasts screenplay book. I'm currently in the process of purging my Harry Potter stuff. Because J.K. Rowling is a TERF, but I'm not going to be supporting J.K. Rowling any further. I'm not going to be giving her any more money. I'm not going to be talking about any of her previously published books or any of her books that are going to be published in the future. I'm just gonna let her fade into a distant memory. Next up, I have Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I have been debating for a while on whether or not I want to get rid of this one. And I finally come to the conclusion that I'm not gonna read it. It's not gonna happen. I've had it for too long and I just keep avoiding it. So I'm gonna let it find a new home. After that, I have The City Sun. This is one that I read a while back. I gave it like a 3 or 4 stars and I had intentions to continue on with the series, but I didn't, and I don't really have that interest anymore to do that. I think this book was good and I think there are people who will like it and want to continue on with the series immediately, but I waited too long and I'm just not invested in this anymore. So I have 3 more things and they're all graphic novels. The first one is Songs for the Dead. This is a really fun graphic novel. The art is really nice, the story's interesting, and I would have continued on with it, but I think it has been canceled. So there's no point in me keeping this because it's not a favorite and there aren't going to be any more. Next up, I have Norway Book 1, The Black Bull of Norway. This is one that I read recently and I thought it was alright. The art style is nice, the story was fun, but the sequel has been trying to come out for a long time and I think it is coming out soon, but I just don't have an interest in it if that's it, if there's only one more book after this one. And also, if it's going to take them all that long to come out, I'm just going to lose interest and I know it. So I'm going to pass this along. Next up, and also the last book in the stack, is Dodge City, which is one that I'm so sad about getting rid of because I really liked this. But it's not going anymore. It's canceled. They cancel all the good shit. Also, I really just like sports comics, and this one is based around dodgeball, and it's really funny to see the interactions between all of these people and learn about their pasts and stuff, and I was looking forward to that, and now I don't get to. So yes, I'm salty, and I don't want to look at this anymore, so it's going. So those are all the books that I wanted to unhaul today. It's a little bit bigger of an unhaul than I've been having. I'm also curious if any of you guys do book unhauls as well. I would love to watch your unhauls. If you have any up on your channel, please feel free to leave a link to one of your unhaul videos down below in the comments, or just let me know that you do them and I'll go find them myself. Also, don't forget that if you like this video, please go down there and hit that like button for me. Also, possibly, maybe, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more content from me. But that is it for today, and I will see you guys next time.